What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. Um, we are in CD collection part 14. We're gonna go from H to I. Um, yeah, I realized that I'm going through my CD collection pretty fast, but hopefully in the future I will have a much bigger collection. I won't just have one shelving unit, and I'll actually have full discographies, as there are a lot of bands that I say are my favorite that I don't have the full discography yet, or they were favorite, um like Archgoat, Revenge, Revocation, Hooded Menace, Creator. But that said, we're already a minute in and I haven't shown any music yet. And yeah, first up, something I got through the Metalhead box. This is Headless Eyes with Horripilations, and I don't really know how to describe Headless Eyes. I mean, it's been a minute since I've actually listened to this. Um, yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me think of it's on Razorback, so that's not a label that I just know a whole lot about. Next up, oh, this is a black and thrash band of the UK. Really, really nice dudes. Please go support them. I'm really hoping for a new album from them soon. This is Helfected with Woe to the Kingdom of Blood. This was one of the first bands I ever followed on Instagram, and oh my god, this is just fantastic music. I mean, every song on this, if there is one black and thrash band I would want you to check out that isn't like a huge name yet, from what I know, it would be these guys. These guys make amazing fucking music. The fucking screams are abrasive. It's so good. Next up, this is a really good one. This was a blind buy off of Amazon, actually, because this was right around the time I started learning about labels, and I didn't know that you could actually go to a label website. So I typed in Transcending Obscurity, and it brought up a bunch of stuff, and this was in it, I believe. That, or it was one of the first Transcending Obscurity buys I actually did. I think it was off of Amazon though, which is really odd. This is Hell, Frost, and Fire with Fire, Frost, and Hell. This is like black metal, black death sort of stuff. Um, yeah, that I don't have the code for it anymore because I actually used it. Um, I need to spin this again, but this was really, really fucking good. Um, Next up is a classic. I need to get some more of this band. This is the only release I have from them. This is Tom G. Warrior's first band, I believe, Hellhammer, Apocalyptic Raids. This was the first CD that I bought from him before I got Hellhammer, and like my Celtic Frost ones, it has the booklet inside, which I think is kind of a cool concept. And then you just have a little sleeve for the disc there. Um, I like this because Makes it feel like you're listening to more of like an audiobook, but it's metal. But Messiah is probably one of my favorite songs he ever wrote. Next up, this is some like good old, like, I don't know what really kind of death metal. I know it's death metal, but I can't remember off the top of my head if it was tech death or melodic death. I know classic metal Alani got it, and this actually replaced something that was out of stock, and they'd emailed me like 3 times, and I didn't notice because I didn't get the first two for some reason. This is Heretic Soul with the Nihilistic Attitude. I got it from a label's distro. But I know Classic Metal Alani got it, and that was kind of what led me to it. I like the line behind the disc that says, "We're the cancer of society. We're the new gods of society." Next up, I got these two from Gorehouse grab bags before. Same band, really good shit. This is Hideous Rebirth with Completely Devoured. I think this might be my favorite, but like Ab Insidious Diaboli, Obscured in Blood, Butthole Portal as my favorite fucking name for a song. Well, I say favorite, one of my favorite names for a song, but some like grindy sort of stuff, kind of what you would just kind of typical Gorehouse stuff, and then the one after that, this is an actual following. This is Hideous Rebirth with La Fossa Commune. I need to spend more time with these because I love Hideous Rebirth, and I think they had some other music out, if I remember correctly. If not, then damn. Track listing. I know I don't have my any of my lights over there on. Next up, I believe this is like grindcore. I'm not so sure. This was just a blind buy that was recommended to me by Amazon. This is Hierophant with Mass Grave. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with this, but and I need to change that out. I hate when it comes busted, but it's like 10 tracks, so I don't really remember much. Now we'll go to one of my favorite fucking bands, and I know a lot of people don't like them. I don't really give a shit, and this is probably my favorite album from them. One of my favorite albums of all time, and I know a lot of people have said that about this album. This is Him with Razorblade Romance. This was given to me, actually sent to me, when I was still dating one of my exes, and I don't even consider her an ex anymore, as she has still been a very good friend. And I actually showed it to her, and she's like, "You still have it?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like one of my favorite albums ever, and also I don't have awkward memories of it. But yeah, I mean, Poison Girl, Join Me in Death, Right Here in My Arms, Gone with the Sin, Bury Me Deep Inside Your Heart. I mean, every fucking song. And this is 2 discs. So, I think I think a lot of people just don't give him a lot of love because like it's like I don't know. I don't know why people don't like it so much. Next up is some like thrash metal I got from the Metalhead box. I didn't really spend a whole lot of time. This is Holy Terror with Guardians of the Netherworld, a tribute for Keith Dean. And it shows a guy named Keith Dean on the back, so I don't know if this was a compilation. I don't know. There's like way too many fucking. It's got like 2 things where it shows like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I have no idea what the hell that even means. I really don't know much about this, so if someone can explain why it's like that. I don't know if there are band names on the back that I'm just blanking on or what. Next up, I need to get more from this band because this is one of my favorite Death Doom acts now, and this isn't even my favorite, but this was my introduction, and rightfully so, as this is a must-know band. I'm looking at the flag poster I got from the Metalhead box of them. I'm talking, of course, of Hooded Menace with Fulfill the Curse. Holy shit, this is good. I mean, Grasp of the Beast Woman, Beauty and the Feast. Just so good. I blind bought this because I figured, hey, I have a poster. I should probably know the band so I don't look like an idiot. Next up, this is some good old brutal death slam grindy sort of stuff. This is Horde Casket with Melted Together. And I think this next one this is how I found them, and I know Classy Metal got it through a big like 100 severed records CD box thing, which I want to do, but my fear is I'm gonna get so much that I'm just gonna be burnt out, and I'm gonna have to, do a whole bunch of organizing, and some of the stuff I might already own, which is fair, but I don't think I own just a whole lot. This is Horde Casket with Xenopocalypse, which is how I initially found them, and that was one of those. I have a few of those albums in this collection, but not a lot. Next up, another Metalhead box thing. This is Holder with Benighted in Blood. Some good old black metal. I need to check out more Holder, because I do enjoy what's on this. Next up is some grindcore, and I'm not even gonna try. I can't even begin to say the name of those bands or the split, but this is like noise grind sort of stuff from what I remember. I don't remember where I bought this, but I do remember just blind buying it because I was in the mood for some grindcore, and this is like gore grind, noise grind. Just next up, everyone knows this band. Saw them last year. Got this for Christmas. This is Ice Nine Kills with Welcome to Horrorwood. The Silver Scream 2. Probably one of my favorite metalcore albums now, which I know a lot of people probably don't like that. But I mean, you have you have like Welcome to Horrorwood, Assault and Battery, Funeral Derangements is probably my favorite song on here. The first half of this album is pretty good. I just kind of have to be in the mood for it, but I do like it. Next up, I got this at a record show a couple years ago. This is Iggy Pop with The Idiot. I remember Killbot and Gorgor Attack talked about in his original CD collection, then talked about it again, and talked about China Girl on here, and I think that's I think his first CD collection video is what initially made me get it. Next up, some death metal. Immolation with Dawn of Possession. There's a couple of my favorite songs like Dawn of Possession and Immolation. And then they're my first Immolation album and my introduction to them. Took me a bit to like it, but this is Immolation with Atonement. I mean, when Jackals come, Atonement, Power of Gods. It's just some of my favorite fucking Immolation songs ever. Which Killbot was actually nice enough to actually respond to a comment and tell me his, which is kind of how I started getting into them. They became some of my favorites. I like when that can happen, but for the most part, I just prefer the albums. This is Immortal with Pure Holocaust. The early Immortal albums are perfect. I know I need to get more. I need to get pretty much everything. The action. This is Immortal Rotting with their self-titled album. Really good death metal. Highly recommend. Next up, I found this band through Metalhead Box, and it took me a minute to really wrap my head around it. This is Imprecation with Damnatio ad Bestias, and I need to get more of their stuff because this is really good, like Black Death. Kind of tinges on war metal, but I wouldn't just straight up say that it is war metal. Next up, this is more like black metal, Black Death. This is Impurity with The Legend of Goat. You have a demon with a naked, chained up, collared lady. Yeah. And you can see her boobies on the CD. Oh wait, that is. Next up, some tech death. This is Inanimate Existence with The Masquerade. I need to get more inanimate existence because this is just solid tech death. Really good shit. Next up, another blind buy of like black metal. This is Incarnatus with El Reino de los Dioses Cados. That was beautiful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Can't you tell how glad I am? Well, everything just dropping on the floor and flopping like a fish. I'm pretty sure SpongeBob flops on the deck. CDs flop on the floor. So there's your difference. Yep. Some black metal there. And final CD. It says True Death Metal on it, but when I look at it, it says they're black metal on Instagram, so I don't know. Maybe they're Black Death. I don't really know. This is one of my favorite albums I've gotten through the Metalhead box, and I remember listening to it a lot in high school when I first got it. This is Infernal Legion with Under the Cloven Hoof. Holy hell. This is just incredible fucking music. I don't care if it's true death metal, true black metal, whatever the fuck. I don't care. It is beautiful. It is heavy. It is abrasive, and it's just so good. Please check this out. That said, thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, keep it grim.